Rustic elegance meets vintage farmhouse, repurposing classic decor and Victorian timeless textures. Hey there, lovely decorators. I'm Emma, your guide to all things home design here on Decor. If you're anything like me, you have a deep appreciation for interiors that tell a story, spaces that feel warm, lived in, and rich with character. Today, we're diving into a style that blends the best of two timeless aesthetics, rustic elegance and vintage farmhouse. There's something undeniably charming about repurposing classic decor and layering it with Victorian timeless textures. It's about taking pieces with history and giving them new life in a home that feels both curated and effortlessly cozy. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how to create a home that feels like a nostalgic embrace of the past with a fresh and sophisticated twist. Picture walking into a space that feels like it's been kissed by time, yet remains utterly elegant. That's the essence of rustic elegance meets vintage farmhouse, a balance between raw, natural elements and refined classic beauty. Think of an old farmhouse table with weathered wood, paired with delicate lace curtains that filter in soft afternoon light. The beauty of this style lies in the mix, worn textures alongside intricate patterns, earthy hues blending seamlessly with muted pastels. It's about embracing imperfections, chippy paint, slightly distressed furniture, and aged patinas that whisper stories of the past. This is a style that doesn't chase trends. Instead, it honors the craftsmanship and details that have stood the test of time. One of the most exciting aspects of repurposing classic decor is the thrill of discovering pieces with history. Maybe it's a vintage armoire found at a flea market, a salvaged door transformed into a headboard, or a Victorian-style mirror that instantly elevates a rustic space. The key here is contrast, blending ornate elements with simple, sturdy materials. A delicate crystal chandelier, hanging over a reclaimed wood dining table, creates a striking juxtaposition where elegance meets authenticity. Soft linen slipcovers, antique brass fixtures, and handcrafted pottery all contribute to a space that feels refined yet welcoming. It's all about letting each piece speak for itself, while working harmoniously within the overall design. Textures play a crucial role in capturing the Victorian timeless aesthetic within a rustic farmhouse setting. Think about layering different materials: rough-hewn wood against velvet upholstery, lace runners on aged wooden buffets, or a cozy knit throw draped over an iron bed frame. These combinations create depth, inviting the eye to explore every detail. Vintage wallpaper with delicate floral patterns can add a touch of old-world charm, while wainscoting and beadboard paneling bring structure and character to walls. The interplay of textures tells a silent story, where each layer adds warmth and a sense of history. Incorporating Victorian influences doesn't mean making a space feel overly formal. Instead, it's about selecting elements that evoke grace and refinement in an approachable way. Opt for tufted seating, intricate moldings, and classic damask prints, but pair them with the simplicity of farmhouse charm: wicker baskets, hand-woven rugs, and unpolished stone surfaces. A Victorian-style vanity table repurposed as a rustic entryway console? Absolutely. The key is balance, ensuring that nothing feels too stiff or overdone. Instead, every detail should feel intentional yet lived in, creating a seamless blend of sophistication and homey comfort. When decorating with a rustic vintage farmhouse mindset, it's important to embrace nature. Bring in organic elements that reflect the beauty of the outdoors, such as dried flowers in an antique ceramic pitcher, a reclaimed wood mantle adorned with aged copper candlesticks, or terracotta pots filled with herbs. Natural light is also an essential factor. Victorian homes often featured tall windows that welcomed sunlight into every room. If possible, keep window treatments minimal, allowing sheer curtains or vintage lace panels to softly frame the view outside while maintaining a sense of openness. Furniture selection in this style is all about celebrating craftsmanship. Look for solid wood pieces with intricate carvings, whether it's a grand Victorian hutch, a farmhouse trestle table, or an old writing desk repurposed as a kitchen island. The beauty of aged wood, its knots, grain patterns, and subtle imperfections, adds authenticity to the space. If you come across a vintage piece that feels too polished, don't be afraid to distress it slightly, giving it that well-loved farmhouse appeal. And remember, mixing different wood tones is perfectly fine. It adds to the collected over time feel that makes this style so inviting. Accessories and finishing touches bring a home to life, and in this case, curated simplicity is key. Consider a Victorian-inspired gallery wall featuring antique frames and pressed botanicals, or a rustic open shelving display showcasing vintage dishware and heirloom glass bottles. Lighting choices can make a huge impact. A wrought iron lantern in the entryway, an antique brass sconce in the hallway, or a classic candelabra chandelier over the dining table all enhance the romantic farmhouse atmosphere. Don't forget those smaller details that add charm. Embroidered cushions, delicate porcelain teacups, and softly flickering taper candles in vintage holders. At the heart of this design philosophy is the idea of honoring the past while embracing the present. There's a certain comfort in surrounding yourself with pieces that carry history, whether they're family heirlooms or second-hand treasures given a new purpose. A home that blends rustic elegance with vintage farmhouse aesthetics isn't just about style, it's about storytelling. Each element contributes to an environment that feels warm, welcoming, and full of character. It's a space where old meets new in a way that's effortless and meaningful. So whether you're slowly curating your collection or embarking on a full redesign, remember that this style is all about authenticity. There are no rigid rules, only a guiding principle of blending rustic charm with Victorian sophistication in a way that feels true to you. Let your space evolve naturally, allowing the past and present to coexist beautifully. Thank you for joining me here on Decor, and as always, happy decorating.